This is my recipe for tandoori chicken tikka masala, and these are my ingredients that I'm going to be using. I've got 2 breasts of chicken, and they're from my local butcher, and what I'll be doing, I'll be marinating these, so I'll be cutting them into cubes, and then this is the spices for the marinade. I've got some chilli. This is cashmere chilli, which is slightly milder. Then I've got some coriander powder, salt, garam masala, and some cumin. And then I've got some Greek style full fat yogurt, lemon juice. I've got minced garlic and ginger paste, and some oil. And then I'll be making a sauce. And for the sauce I've got, again, a larger teaspoon of cashmere chilli powder, coriander. I've got cumin seeds and I've ground them into powder, some turmeric, some salt and some sugar, an onion which I'll be dicing into a very small dice, half a tin of tomatoes and some cream. As you can see now, I've diced the chicken and I'm going to put it into a bowl. Put that out of the way. And this is the marinade. So there's all our spices we explained earlier. Going in. That's our full fat yogurt. And that's 2 to 3 tablespoons going in there. And what I would say to you as well, be very careful about cross-contamination. So that's our lemon juice. That's gone in. Same thing, I've used that spoon earlier to touch the chicken. So this now is a clean spoon. That's our garlic and ginger paste. And there's our oil. And this is just a cooking oil, but it's an olive oil. And that's fine. And what we're looking now is just to blend all this in together, so we get it all one colour. And what you'll find with the cashmere chilli, it does give her a lovely red colour. And I have seen, you've probably seen this yourselves when you go into a restaurant, that you get, it's very rich and red, but that's food dye. And when we make this, it won't be as red in colour, but if you wanted to put a food dye in, by all means you can. So that's what we're looking for, just to get it all in one. See that? That's coming together, like we say, quite nicely. To quote one of our famous catchphrases. Just a little bit more there, you can see it. That's fine. Now what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. I would say a minimum of 1 hour. You can leave it for more, and I've quite often, for the best results, I've left it overnight. And that's ready now to go into the fridge. I've taken the chicken out of the fridge, and I'm going to start putting it into the oil. And this has been in the fridge for 2 hours. Now what I've done with the chicken, I'm looking to cook both sides. I don't overcook it, but I'm looking to get some colour on the outsides of the chicken, just to get a bit more flavour on it. And once I'm happy with this, I'll take it all out of the pan and put it to one side, and then I'll start to make the sauce. But you can see it there, look at them all, them lovely juices. And that's all from the marinade. You can see now I've got some lovely colour on this chicken, and it's all nice and sealed. So I'm just going to take it off the heat, and I'm just going to transfer this now into this dish. I'll keep all them flavours, all them juices. That will be the start of the sauce. Right, I put a little drop more oil in the wok, and you can see these are the bits of residue that's left over from the cooked chicken. And now I'm adding the diced onion. And this onion will pick everything up what's left in the pan. And with this onion, I'm going to cook it right through and get it a nice golden colour. With the onions now, I've got plenty of colour on them. And any of the bits that were left from the chicken and with the marinade, I've picked all them up. So that's all in the flavours now are all in with the onions. And this is the minced garlic and ginger, and that's now going in. And all again, I'm looking to do with this is just take that rawness off it. And you'll notice that when you're cooking with a paste, with say a garlic paste or a garlic and ginger paste, when you put it into the pan, you will get that smell, of the rawness. And once that starts to disappear, you know that it's cooked through. Because what you don't want to be doing is putting into the mix, and then you have raw garlic or raw ginger. So I'm just looking now, just to seal that through, and just cook that off. And we're almost there. Now, say about another 30 seconds to a minute, and that'll be done. I can still just smell that rawness. We're nearly there. Yeah, that's looking great. And the smell completely changes then when the garlic starts to cook. It really is a beautiful smell. If you're like me, you love garlic. Yeah, that's fine. So I've got half a tin of tomatoes, and now I'm going to put those in. And I'm looking with the tomatoes just to reduce all this liquid that's in there. Bring this all together and just reduce that liquid. So that'll thicken, really thicken up. And then I'll be ready to add my spices. Right, you can see now that I've reduced all the water, or as much as I can, out of these tomatoes. And then the onion mix as well. And now I've got the spices. And with the spices, I'm going to put some salt in it. There's our turmeric going in. Cashmere chilli. Coriander powder. And there's the cumin seeds that I've crushed. And that's the sugar. And I'll be using that in a minute. I'm just going to give this a good stir all together. And it is important that you cook these spices through. And take again, we say about taking the rawness of it. You can smell them when they go in. But that's what you're looking to do. You're just looking just to get that rawness off there. Right, here's the sugar going in. Just put that in. Again, we always say it, but we put sugar in just to take that acidity away. That's fine. And what I'm going to do now, I've got the chicken, which I cooked earlier, and that's all now going back in with all the juices, everything. I'm going to give all that a good coating. Look at all that. Again, you wonder why I'm scraping it so much, but they're so good, them flavours. That would be a tragedy to leave them in that bowl. Take that to one side, and get all this as one now. Like we were explaining earlier, when you have a tandoori chicken tikka masala, you can get it in an Indian restaurant, they're bright red. Ours won't be as rich in redness, but again, they do use a dye. And you can do that if you want to. But really, that's just cosmetic. We're all looking at the dish itself and the flavour. But you can see now it's starting to come together. Right, chicken's cooking. All the sauces come together. I'm just going to put a drop of water in here now. And just cook that through. Just to thin that sauce. I've added the water and I've cooked it all through. So we've got a lovely gravy. And just to finish off, I'm just putting a bit of cream in there. Give that a stir through. Make sure we just get that bubbling up. it does smell absolutely delicious. I keep saying it, but it does. I can't wait again to get stuck into this. And I've just got some methi leaves. If you haven't got methi leaves, which are the fenugreek leaves they are, but if you can't get them, just use some coriander. If you want to, that is, it's an optional extra. And that looks great. And now I'm ready to dish up. So there we have it. I dished it up and I've served it with some paratha flatbread, which is all you need really. You don't need rice or chips with this, but if you do, again, that's entirely up to you. So there we have it. That's Brad's chicken tikka masala. Enjoy.